I was about to close out, but it is Friday night, and I gotta talk about Snoop. It is Friday night, and I gotta talk about Snoop. But before I talk about Snoop, oh shit. Before I talk about Snoop, I changed my shades, because it is what it is. Okay, now I'm ready. I'm about to talk about Snoop. IOBA, my name is TC. So, I made a video about Snoop. Jigaboo Snoop. Check it out. It's a couple of videos back when he performed at Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony. I talked about how hypocritical that shit was and about how Snoop didn't really need the money to do that shit. And everybody and their mama jumped in his ass about that. I think he lost something like 500,000 followers on one of his social media, probably Instagram or some shit I'd heard. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't really follow, motherfuckers like that. But I do know that what Snoop did, he didn't really have to do it. It made him look like a fucking asshole to the whole black community. He didn't have to do that shit, and it made him look like an asshole and a hypocrite to the whole black community because he came at people like that so hard the first time. All on the radio. Y'all, everybody done heard what he said by now. And then turn right around and do that very same thing. He went for the money, obviously. But he didn't really need the money. He just kind of sold out. It looked like a straight up sellout. And then he come back after all of the the backlash. He come back and he offers something like, I don't know if it was an apology, but the video is out there. He in the car smoking. I mean, it's Snoop. And he's talking about how black people just like to tear each other down, not build each other up. He's a black man. He went, it was gibberish to me. I come away with it like he had to say something. I come away from it like he had to say something. So, and he's still trying to look like he got balls, but that was kind of a weak ass, response to all the vitriol. You dig what I'm saying? Because when he was coming at people who performed for President Trump back in what was it, 2017 or 2016 or whenever the fuck it was, he was real hard and real tough. Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna do it? I'll be the one that perform for you, sir. Remember he said that shit? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna do it? I can't do a good Snoop. But y'all dig me. And then he came at people so hard on the radio. Whoever Donald Trump is, fuck you and fuck you too. I'm like, nigga, everybody was cool. Everybody was everybody. Nah, everybody wasn't cool back then either, Snoop. There was a lot of racist shit going on back then. White people hated niggas back then too. Wasn't no everything was everything, everybody was everybody. That's bullshit. So I'm gonna leave that there. But he fast forward to 2025, and he's singing and dancing for the very motherfucker he was doing all of that, talking all that shit about. And talking shit to the people who supported that man. So that's straight hypocrisy. If anybody want to know what his hypocrisy is, look at this shit here. Anybody want to know what selling out looks like, look at this here. Because we already talked about Nelly. Nelly, to me, is just politically uninformed. Or he's straight up Republican. Either way, I don't care about Nelly so much. Even Rick Ross, I already know. I think if I remember correctly, Rick Ross used to be a corrections officer. So at heart, to me, he is straight up Republican. So I don't care about that. I don't even care about Soulja Boy. I never liked his shit anyway. I mean, he ain't even from my era, you know. But just from a political standpoint, uh, you got to have the courage of your convictions. If you're going to get up there and say some shit like anybody who support Donald Trump is a racist, and then you turn around and you go and sing and dance at that mother and celebrate that motherfucker's a re-entry into power, a place where he never should fucking be. Donald Trump shouldn't be nowhere near that White House, but there he sits. That's a miracle for me right there. You celebrate that shit. You really, you know, had a price on you. And they met that price. They made you an offer you couldn't refuse. And I'm thinking to myself, a conversation or a thought process where, you know, if I do this show, it's going to ruin my cred with the black community. Fuck them niggas, I don't need them anyway. Some kind of thought process like that had to go through that brother's head in order for him to take that bag, do that money, and destroy his black card altogether. And then come back with that weak-ass goddamn response. Sitting in the car smoking weed. You better stay smoked up, motherfucker. I hope they paid you enough. I hope it was worth it. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about Snoop. But it's Friday night, and somebody asked me the other day, what does IOBA stand for? It stands for the Institute of Black Awareness. Now, I mentioned this on another video, but I'm going to do it again right now. Institute of Black Awareness is the community center I used to go to when I was a kid, and I used to learn about black history and black consciousness and shit like that. I learned how to do drill team and all of that, and that's why I kind of got radicalized, and I kind of been the same ever since. That is what IOBA means, Institute of Black Awareness. And I use it for, you know, my business name and all that stuff now, but that's what it means. So when you hear me say that, that's a shout out to my personal business. I create artwork, and I use that to sell my artwork by, and whatever other business I'm doing. So that's what IOBA is. You dig me? All right. So that's that. Now, thank you to all the people who are subscribing. I'm trying to hit 10,000, and that'll be some miracle shit for me. But hit the subscribe button, if you will, on your way out. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. TC, and I'm out. Peace.